Oh my goodness. We were at this store for the soft open like a month ago, and we went back to it to check out what had changed, and they have so much stuff for so many different crafters. If you sew, if you do junk journaling, if you do any kind of paper craft, if you do any kind of painting, oh my goodness gracious, the store had so much stuff, and they have restocked a lot of the items, and they have added more items. This is the first store, this is the first Ollie's I've been in that had both of these this size card in both color sets. I've seen one color set or the other color set in many different stores, but I've never seen, other than this store, those two color sets in the same store. These Astro Designs paper pads, they had tons and tons of these. I will say, though, that the Astro Designs paper pads are $3.99 if they're a single color and $4.99 if they're a multicolor. This pack in my hand right there, that is 250 Astrobytes cardstock pages for $3. Oh my gosh, that was such a great deal. These pads right here, they were $1.99, and then we're getting into the Astro Designs pads. These are $5. They're not actually pads, they're packs of paper. They're $5, but they have multiple different colors. And again, the single color ones, those are $4. So $3.99 for the single color ones, $4.99 for the multicolor ones, but that's still a great price for 12 by 12 sheets of paper. That was the only 12 by 12s that I saw. Now these 8.5 by 11s, those were $2, $1.99. But they had tons and tons of paper. And you see over there, for some reason I didn't highlight it, but you see over on the side they've got tie-dye kits as well. These multicolor pads, and they had so many different designs and so many different combinations in these multicolor pads. And the multicolor pads were $5, but for 12 by 12 sheets of paper, sheets of cardstock, and there's a lot of pages in there. I don't remember exactly how many, but it's like 50 or 100 pages. That is a really good price. Sorry, my phone just went off. Ignore that noise in the background. So yeah, this was amazing. I'm also using a different editor, so I don't know how well this is going to work out with me. I've used to be using TikTok for the editing program that they had. I'm actually trying an actual video editor, so please let me know if this is like terrible. I'm trying something different because I don't want to be reliant on an app that is online in order to do my editing. More Cricut cards. There's $3 for those 42 sets of cards, which is a really, really great price for Cricut stuff. Those paperbacks up there, they say vellum, but they're not actually vellum. This was another one. I only saw one pack of this, so I don't know if I missed where the rest of them were, but they did have that, and they had tons, lots and lots of these little self-healing cutting mats, and they were so cool. Oh my gosh. This New Smyrna Beach store, it doesn't show up in Google Maps. You have to use a different map program in order to find this store. But it is so well stocked and so clean because it is so new. The last time I was here, they had tons of these, but they only had one left this time. This basil paper, or however you pronounce it, is really, really high quality stuff. And this was so cool. This is a little party kit all set up for you, ready to go. And you can sit there and you can have, this was a lettering party where you get together with a bunch of your friends and you get this whole kit out and you sit there and you learn how to letter things and you learn how to write in calligraphy. And I thought that was so neat. I mean, it's $20. It's kind of expensive, but you know, $20 for a pre-made party, that's pretty cool. These 12 by 12 memory books, they're everywhere and they're really cool, but you know, I'm just highlighting what they have because they had them. So much stuff for junk journal people, so many different paper pads. Here's yet another design of those Astro Brights or Astro Designs paper pads. In the little corner down there, that was a sewing kit. They've got these little stamps that are little different designs, which are great for journals, great for students. Especially if you're like reading and you're trying to use different designs to decide whether or not this is something you need to go back to. So cool. All right. So while we're looking at the pegboards, I do want to point out that I do have a video up in my channel. You saw the, what's it called? Thumbnail for it up there in the corner. And it details the, different things that you have to do in order to do the giveaway that I'm doing right now on my channel. And it's there. It's ready to go. The link to the giveaway form is in that description for that particular live video. It's in a live stream. It's not an upload. It's a straight up live stream. And the ins and outs of what you have to do in order to be entered into the giveaway are in the video. And it was kind of funny. I did not see a price on any of these. I did see these in another store and they were $10, but the prices are not consistent from Ollies to Ollies to Ollies. So they might not have been $10 in this store. Again, if you have any desire to buy double-sided phone type, please watch my Temu haul, the very first video on my channel, because I tell you how to get super cheap phone tape. But if you want to get it from Ollie's, go ahead and get it from Ollie's. Little brads that didn't belong in this department, but they got all these little sewing designs, and this is the best organized store for the people who do sewing. And then we get to this end cap, and there were so many different cool things on this end cap. If you're a slime person, did you see all those bottles of clear glue at the top? And look at these bottles of paint and these all these different things. And they had this little kit which was this little cute bear, and you get to do pouring paint over it, and it can be posable. It was so cool. Anyway, I thought that was the coolest thing. And I almost bought one, even though I am not an acrylic pour paint person, but I thought it was really cool. And they got these little critter things, and this tracing pad was really neat. And I really thought about getting this to see if I could use this in my card making somehow, but I decided not to because it was $5, and I wasn't sure I'd be able to use it. And if you pay for a craft supply and don't use it, then it's wasted money. This was the coolest thing. There are 61 markers in here, and they have 5 different tips. So you have a wide tip, a brush tip, a fine tip. It's like every marker you could possibly need in one box. It was only $7. And this is 120 different sheets for coloring pages. So cool and such a great size. And it was really, I mean, you can see how nice those are. The Arteza things that they've gotten in this Ollies are just amazing. And I don't know if the Arteza is part of the, oh, here we go, the sewing people. 8 yards of fabric for $20. This was a kind of a fleecy, furry set of fabric, and my husband pointed out another one. Oh my gosh, wait till you see what else they had. More paint, more stuff like that. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna cough again. Pardon me. I'm still not quite completely well, but I'm like 95% better. So, you know, it was a long time to get over that awful sickness that I have. I don't wish that on anyone. Cute little puzzles from Arteza. And like I said, all of this Arteza stuff was really nice. And then they had these what do you call them? Canvases. This is a pack of flat canvases. These are not framed canvases. These are just flat pack canvases. But it was like $10, and you get so many different canvases, and they're like 11 by 11, 14 of them. I don't remember exactly the size of it. You can pause the video and see exactly how big it was, but it was such a really good buy. And then that box over there that has Velcro in it. And here's my husband showing me the other kind of fabric that they have. I didn't see this the first time. I didn't take a picture of the end of it, but I mean, that looks like ripstop nylon. And if you can get ripstop nylon for like $2.25 a yard, 8 yards for $20, that is an amazing price. Any of you people who sew, we saw bolts of fabric in almost every Ollie's that we went in this past weekend, and that is an amazing deal. And then we're on this other side of it, and they've got all the different canvases, because of course they have the canvases, and they still have the little containers. These were all here when I was here last time, but this is a new item. This is really cool. This is a little flower making thing, and you can make 20, according to the box, you make 24 flowers out of it, but these are all the different pieces that you get, and you get so many pieces that you could actually customize this any way you wanted to, and probably make more flowers than they actually say. If you just make them smaller or make them bigger or use fewer pieces, it's really a cool little idea. Make a little flower mounted onto a little piece of cardstock, and you'd have a beautiful little gift insert or something like that. So cool. And so here's the rest of the stuff on the peg wall. A lot of this stuff, like I said, they had the last time that I was there, but there were a few items that were new that were really cool. This is, if you watched my live, you saw me talking about the little turntable that I got to do my Fimo, and this is where I got it. That was $2, and it's another American Crafts item, and they had tons of these. I bought one, but they still had tons more, and there's another tie-dye kit right there, and then paper bags, and all of these items that you see in the screen right now are $1. So that clay texture roller, that was $1, and all of those little confetti punches, which they have so many of. I found these in 3 different places in the store. 3 different places, and look how many they have, but they're only $1. Here's another area of the store. This is behind the books and near the cash registers, and they had that the ribbon, and they have these sidewalk chalks. If you're ever in Orlando and you want to go repaint the sidewalk because the governor keeps removing it and you've got chalk for it, you can go donate it to the people that are repainting the sidewalk every time he removes it. Anyway, beside the point, So you've got all these different items in this particular area. Here we are. There's another section that's got those confetti punches that are really cool. It's out of place, but I thought I'd point it out anyway. And so this right here, whoop, am I up to it yet? Nope, not quite yet. But this is all little different kits and things that you can get from the Ollies, and this is the new Smyrna Beach Ollies, and they had a lot of really cool stuff. And this, oh my gosh, if you are a resin person, this is an amazing buy. This is all 26 letters and boards that you can put it on for $2. So you've got molds for every letter for your resin, and then you've got these little boards that you can mount that on. $2. Oh my gosh, that is such a great price, you resin people. Oh, go get that thing. That is such a great price. Rolls of vinyl. Every Ollie's has all these rolls of vinyl. This Ollie's had a really nice selection of colors for these rolls of vinyl. And then this is the thing that I was thinking about. They're not perler, but these are hot melt perler style beads, and this whole great big box of them for like, I think it was $5. That was an amazing price for that. So very cool and so very amazing. And they have a few more of those little turntable things and some more sidewalk chalk and other little items here. Now there was in this store the last time we were there, in the bottom there was a box that had a whole bunch of journals in it, and I have to say, too soon. Too soon. This stuff is not allowed to come out before Halloween and really shouldn't come out before Thanksgiving, but they had it out, so I thought I'd show you a little bit of it. I was so disappointed in these bells because I wanted them to have little jingle jingles in them, but they didn't. So I picked one up to shake it. No jingle jingle. Oh well. So they had these cute little signs, these cute little easel dogs, but it's still too soon. Way too soon. Way too soon for this stuff. And then this is the very last item that they had in the store. And here we are with the confetti punches one more time. Remember, go check out my live. See what you need to do for the giveaway. Thanks. Cheers.